Hello everyone, GalacticStorm here. Welcome to the show, and finally, without some Black Ops videos, I'm going to be doing another World of Tank review. Today we're going to be reviewing the SU-85, Tier 5 Russian tank destroyer. This tank destroyer was being introduced in mid-1943 when the Soviets were being introduced to the Tiger and Panther, and the T-34 and the KV-1 main battle tanks were not doing anything against it. And the SU-85 was the answer. It was made in mid-1943 with 2,239 tanks were being made. Saw action in the Eastern Front and was obsolete in 1945, but saw service in Vietnam and in North Korea. So this thing was pretty good against the Tigers and that, and was well respected, and had really good armor with it too. So we're gonna go to the garage, and there we go. There's the SU-85. 350 hit points, 380 horsepower. Speed on this thing's really good, 55 kilometers per hour. Traverse 33 degrees, which is really good. Hull armor on this thing's not really good. It's 45, 45, 40. Damage on this thing's good, 86 to 144. Penetration, really good, 94 to 156. Rate of fire, 14 rounds per minute. Traverse, really good, 44 degrees. The view range bad, 280, and the signal range 325, which is okay, I would say. And here's the packages you get. The 76mm that you get at first, it's pretty good, really good fast rate of fire, good accuracy and all. And then you get the 122mm, which you get with the KV-1. Has really good damage, but horrible accuracy and long reload. But that's what you get with the SU-8, or with that gun. The 85mm DSS, which has a good penetration and all, a good increase compared to the first package. And then this is the one I've been doing really good at, the 85mm D5S, which has really good penetration and really average, I would say, damage and all. But there's the SU-100 that you'll get in return. The 85mm also has, I would say, it has a small, steady reload, I would say, and it has, the accuracy is not as bad. But the pros and cons on this thing. The pros on this thing, it has really good cameo values, it has a really accurate set of guns, besides the 122mm, fast top speed, and good damage overall. And the cons on this thing evens this out. It has a bad view range, which is you've seen. The armor on this thing's not really good, so it won't stand against punishment. Long reloads, modules will get easily damaged, and the last package is a little pricey to get. But overall, this tank, I didn't do good at it well, but eventually I got good with it, and let's kick some ass with this thing. The first gameplay that we get to you is Ensk. I haven't played Ensk in a while. It's been a very long time since I had a decent game when it came to Ensk. And the SU-85, I think it really worked with it. So we're going to be doing, I think it was a major tier, it was all a tier 5 match from what I believe. And throughout the gameplay, I am going to be using the 85D5 gun. And there we go. Yeah, and a lot of the team members absent, but they're still going to be loading up. And a majority tier 5. There's some tier 4s and tier 3s, but I think we can handle them. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be starting down from the long, as you can see, the map change. It came from the recent patch update, which introduced only maps, a new map toggle, and that was simply it, I believe. But I can't really remember. Anywho, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going from this long lane of the area here. Took a bounce shot from the Covenant, which is my first victim. Well, at first, but I didn't know how to aim at first. And then there's the Covenant once again, trying to shoot at me. But then it gets immediately gangbanged with the rest of my teammates. You have to have your teammates to really help you out in getting some of these people, or these tanks that are right above you or right in front of you and such, because view range on this thing is not really good. There's a Shinu, which I haven't had the time to it was rushing in, and I had no idea that I was going to be doing that. Xinyu takes a shot at me. I thought this was over, but I had enough time to reload, and I finished it off. So yeah, my first kill. And there's another Xinyu that's right there. It's covering behind the Covenor, and it decides to back off wisely. This is a, well, it's tied already, but eventually we're going to be getting the upper hand on this. Well, Ensk is always like a small map, and it's always quick gameplay and such. Usually in the Ensk map, it costs about, well, it lasts about like around 5 minutes or so for the match then. But then I noticed there was another tank that was behind me, and I was going to help my teammates out. One person got killed by the Panzer III-4. I finished it off. And yeah, accuracy and penetration on this thing and damage are all really good with this tank. But this thing will not take any hits. For the 350 health is pretty low for a tier 5 tank. Especially for a tank destroyer like this. And the armor won't help it either. And you can see already that, yeah, we've got this already in the bag. It's 11 to 8, and there's the Panzer, the flank bus, or the whatever you call it, bus. But overall, I just finished off real quickly, and that's kill number 3, surprisingly. Yeah, and that medium tank's gonna get finished off by the KB1 right here, and we're just trying to go after and capture the base and or destroy all the enemy tanks. There's Panzer IV, and well, I thought I wasn't going to be taking the kill, but I corrected myself. So that's kill number 4, and the KB1 can finish that off easily. But overall, I'm going to head on to the enemy cap circle, and then oh my, the BDR G1B, more commonly known as the potato tank, or the potato gun, or more potato tank. Tank's bad at first, but then when you get the 9mm, it's really good. Took a shot at it and damaged its fuel tank. And the rest of it, I won't have enough time to go after it, but the speed on this thing I'm using really well to catch up at it, but it wasn't enough. But yeah, I got 4 kills out of it on my first game, and it only lasted around like 4 minutes, 3 minutes, and 19,000 silver, and around 1,800 experience. I got a Reaper and a Master Badge Class 2, which I've been getting a lot often now with these tanks. And there you go. The Covenor did a huge chunk of damage. Same thing with the Xinyu. Same thing. I took like 1/4 on the BDR. Destroyed the Panzer IV. Destroyed the flank bus, Panzer flank bus, and then the Panzer III-4. And I did about 967 damage, which is not bad. Not bad at all. But the T1 Heavy on this one did pretty good, and the T14 got 4 kills. That's impossible right now. Then there's the T34, and as you can expect, the opposite team didn't really do well. So I got another gameplay, and let's go to that now. And for our last gameplay, it's going to be on Highway. Highway, I don't think I've introduced. I think I've only showed this map once. If not, this was it was a recent map that was introduced by the French tank line. And there we go. This is a encounter battle, and this will be the first time after I use the new map system that I thought I could give it a shot at. And this thing, it's a majority tier 5, but there's a 1 tier 6 on each side. We have the Easy 8, they have the Sherman Jumbo. Tier 6 on this would really love to play on these kind of maps, with only like 1 or a few tier 6s, and they would just demolish like the tier 5s, 4s, or 3s, depending on what's going on. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going inside the city here, and then I'll be turning around, and then I'll be trying to go onto the other side of where the cap circle's at, which is underneath a bridge. And yeah, I try to use the SU-85's speed and put it to good use, and you can see this thing has a really good top speed. And as you can see already, most of our team is going to be going forward onto the cap circle in order to try to capture and try to get the eliminate the other side of the tanks that are on the opposite side. But these the opposite side, they really didn't put as much tanks onto the hill. Otherwise, it would have been a full duke out, one of those kind of games. And as you can see now, we're already starting to kill some of their tanks, which is 3-2 right now. And there we go. And I decided to go right here just to try to get them, try to get them off surprise or try to do something like that. And they're already being spotted. There's the Alto, which is a tier 4 British tank destroyer, and it has a really good gun, but it really doesn't have good armor. And as you can see, it's starting to get chipped away by the enemy tanks, or the other tanks that are there. And and I gotta be careful here too, because it's there's artillery in play. And then there's the Chinu, or the Chinu, that's already firing out there. And then there's a BDR right here that I wanted to get my hands onto. And it got bumped by the Easy 8, but I finished it off. I just stole the kill right there. And like on the last one, we're pretty much kicking their ass already. So I decided to be around the cap circle and try to kill as much tanks as I could, and try to be in cover as much as well. So I tried not to be in the cap circle too. But there's the Sherman Jumbo, and then there's the T-14. I decided to move up more, and then there's a Valentine right there too. Really good armor, but just I've not really good guns, I heard. But Valentine goes bye-bye. And then there's the Sherman Jumbo, and then there's the T-14. Took a shot at it, but bounced because it has really good frontal armor. Took another shot at it, and yeah, took a nice damage of it. There's the T-14. Either he was laggy, or completely new, or I don't know. But he's showing his ass, and nice little ass right there. And they took more shots at it. I tried to finish it off right here, and yeah, was the first one to finish it off. Killed the T-14. And now all there's left is the AT-2 and the Sherman Jumbo. And the Sherman Jumbo is already getting demolished, as you can see right here. And tried to get another shot at it, but it really didn't work. And the next tank, the last tank, is an AT-2. It's surrounded. It's not going to last long. It's going to get flanked and gangbanged all around. Tried to go after the commander's hatch, but that didn't really well. I couldn't get another shot in, and yeah, did some good damage there, and I killed 2 tanks. And we only had like minimum losses. We only had like 2 tanks destroyed from our side. So yeah. And there we go. 20,000, almost 20,500 experience. Mastery badge class 1, and then 1,500 or almost 1,600 experience. 6th Sense is approved. Yay! And then there's this damage stats. Damage the Valentine, destroy the BDR, well, seal kill it. The Sherman Jumbo damaged it, and damaged the T-14 really well. And I did about 1,000 damage with 2 kills. The best on our team was obviously going to be the Easy 8, and it did about 300 damage more than me, and got 2 kills. So that was pretty good. And there was a lot of good, respectable, good teammates there that rushed in, did their support, and yeah. Let's review this tank. Other team didn't do well. The SU-85. What do I think about this tank? Well, this thing can ditch a lot, but this thing cannot take it. This thing is very vulnerable to damage, molecule damage and all, and it'll get killed really easily when it comes to going against, if you're brawling literally against like other tier 6 or tier 7, or even really with ones that have really good guns. So what do I think about this? This tank, you can take a lot, or you can get a lot of damage with this thing. It's really accurate and all, But what I think about it is it needs a ranking of, ta-da, an 8 out of 10. This tank really needs other tanks to spot the enemies. The Top Gun can do respectable damage along with the others, but this one I think it's really good. It can do respectable damage. It can get out of situations due to the top speed on this thing. This thing can, if it gets hurt, you can go somewhere else and try to go for another repositioning or go somewhere else to help other tanks. But I do recommend being a sniper and a support tank at far distances, so you won't get hurt and other tanks would be spotting the enemy. That's what I think about the SU-85. Vote, rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And if you guys don't know, I have a Twitch channel already. It's the GalacticStorm 55. I have it down below. And I do games for Xbox 360, and I've been doing I did 2 videos of it so far, and I might be doing more in the near future. But yeah, this is GalacticStorm, and I'm saying, keep charging, biatches.